going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort, and China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. And we have Facebook changes its name to Meta. And we know what that's for, the Metaverse. We know they want to take us inside of that virtual world where nothing is real. That's the reason why they need the virtual currencies. This sounds like a movie, but it's definitely real. And you guys know I've talked about it time and time again, that Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all these platforms are perfect for where the New World Order wants to take this. And then we have the Black Swan event is about to happen. We know that the Fed printed all this money for a reason, to build the fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take humanity out the workforce. And is Bitcoin a hedge against inflation? No, it is not, guys. We know when it comes to inflation, the only tool the Fed has is to raise interest rates. And right now, they can't raise them because the balance sheet is too high. But we know they have that secret weapon in the pocket, and that's cryptocurrencies and automation, which is going to cause hyper-deflation. But we have to go through hyperinflation for the people to beg for these cryptocurrencies. Remember, the New World Order works off what? Problem, reaction, solution. Because we know when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. Y'all have a wonderful day.
All right, let's get to Facebook now. Holding a big developers event today, Mark Zuckerberg explaining the company's push towards the metaverse. In fact, they just renamed the company. The new name is Meta, the new ticker MVRS, and some new information from Mark Zuckerberg himself. Joining us now is The Verge senior reporter Alex Heath. Alex, what can you tell us?
Yeah, so I talked to Mark Zuckerberg this week about this rebrand and some important distinctions. This is the parent company. This is the company that owns Instagram, WhatsApp, Oculus, is now Meta. And there have been some rumors about him potentially changing his role at the company. He's CEO and chairman, the controlling shareholder. He told me he has no intention of changing his position. I even asked him, in 5 years' time, do you still see yourself being CEO and chairman? And he said, probably.
He said probably.
If you're right, though, and we're going to see spiraling inflation, and we're seeing massive spending, and all of this is going to happen, why have you been, dare I say, so bearish about the arguments around crypto and in particular Bitcoin, which Bitcoin proponents would say is the ultimate hedge, and you are in the hedge business? I don't know if it's a hedge or not.
I'm in a hedge business.
I'm pushing on it.
I'm in a hedge business, and the tail hedge business particularly. And one thing I'm going to tell you, crypto doesn't hedge anything. Not inflation, not stock market crash, nothing. It's like, to me, it's like a grandiose scam. I thought in the beginning that was decentralized. In fact, it's not even decentralized. And it's trying to replace 4,000 years of legal thinking in commercial transaction with automated entries that are largely irreversible. I think crypto is it makes NASDAQ, as I said, of 2000 look very rational.
So, Box this morning, President Biden set to announce the framework for his massive new spending bill today, raising the prospect of trillions of dollars of deficit spending. Joining us right now to talk about the potential for some black swan events is University Investment Scientific Advisor Nassim Taleb. He's also the author of The Black Swan, as you know. And you, Becky said before the break that you had to come back to see this shot, and here we are. You know, what? I don't know where to. I mean, I know where to start.
Hello, my friend. So this is my the a gift from a friend of mine who did the Black Swan Man, and I think it's as good as Billions. So it's competing with you guys. So anyway,
you're not going to keep it on for the whole interview?
No, it's a little pre-Halloween, but we got to talk about business now.
It's great. Happy Halloween, but let's talk about business. Let's particularly talk about this Biden spending plan. And I'd ask, as somebody who thinks about the markets, at what point you think these spiraling deficits actually come back to haunt the markets? Does that ever happen? We've been talking about that forever.
Okay, no, I mean, we have, I think, bigger problems than the deficits. We have a low interest rate environment that caused all these asset price inflations. People talk about inflation. In fact, we have a shortage. Of course, you keep talking about the supply chain, and there is a shortage. And I've rarely seen shortages not followed by gluts, but you can see gluts not followed by shortages. So, but the asset problem is big. We have a low interest rate environment that has been swelling things. This is where you can see cryptocurrencies, with a valuation between 2 and 3 trillion as we're speaking now. It may change in 10 minutes. And so we are, that's what you have to talk about. Rather, it's more important than the deficit. What will happen when they raise rates? Because unavoidably, this will happen. And what will happen to assets?
The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.